Maryland dairy farmer Randy Sowers had no idea large cash deposits could be a problem until he found out the hard way when the IRS seized $63,000 from him in 2012.
We didn't do anything wrong. I mean, we were just depositing cash in the bank, like, we thought it was very legitimate. I mean, if I wanted to hide it, I would have put it in a can. I wouldn't have deposited in a bank. And, the government comes in and takes your money.
Sowers and his wife Karen were bringing in cash they earned at weekend farmers markets when a bank teller suggested making smaller deposits to avoid filling out tedious paperwork. Transactions higher than $10,000 have to be reported to the federal government. The pattern of the cash deposits caught the attention of the IRS, and the agency invoked structuring laws. Those laws are meant to target money launderers, terrorists, and drug dealers who often break up bank deposits into less than $10,000 sums. Randy Sowers maintains the family had no idea. They settled, but the IRS kept nearly half their cash, almost $30,000.
I got you.
Convenience store owner Ken Karan was less lucky. He unknowingly agreed to forfeit his entire bank account to IRS agents who came to his North Carolina store in June 2014, accusing the Palestinian immigrant of skirting reporting laws. He drew a red flag for a different reason: withdrawals of less than $10,000. The IRS took more than $150,000 from Karan, who denies the charges.
He said, you need to sign a paper. I said, listen, I can't, my English is, is not right. You need to sign it, or we go to your wife and let her sign it.
Both businesses are fighting to get their cash back. They've turned to the nonprofit Institute for Justice, which has petitioned the government to return the seized assets. This week, it sent letters to the Department of Justice on behalf of the Sowers and the IRS on behalf of Karan, seeking answers. The IRS and DOJ declined to comment on specific cases.
The government's able to take property based on mere suspicion that they've done something wrong, and then to force them to prove their innocence in order to get that property back. And that takes the fundamental American principle of innocent until proven guilty, and it turns it on its head.
The IRS changed their policies in 2014, saying that asset forfeiture would be restricted to cases in which property owners were suspected of criminal activity. A new directive followed suit from the DOJ in March of 2015. The policies are meant to apply toward new cases, but that hasn't stopped the dairy farmer and the convenience store owner from taking on the U.S. government. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Kate Rogers.